Alright guys, now on to game 3, and finally it's an epic butcher matchup, because I'm facing off against Casey with his minions, and Casey smashed me 2 times before, the last 2 tournaments I was at. Call to Arms, Ekire against Barnabus, and then Mosar against Maylock, and Casey beat me down. But in this particular situation, it's epic butcher against Barnabus, and the thing is here is that he's got a very close combat-oriented army. Although he's got 2 spitters, those 2 spitters aren't really going to cope with all of those Doom Reavers at once, so there's going to be combat. To make matters even better, this is the Guidons Scenario where you've got an objective which your caster has to move around to your control zone. And if you destroy your enemy's objective and take care of his zone, then you get 2 points. So that'll be rather interesting. I've managed to pick up first turn for this one, I think. Can't quite remember. Let's just go to the next photo and take a look anyway. This is Epic Butcher here, and although there's these annoying crates in the middle of the field, I'm basically just going to sweep my forces right around it and just get in its face as soon as I can. And hopefully not lose Epic Butcher, because, if I can manage that, things should be fine. I did worry a bit about his feet. What he can do is he can actually use his feet defensively by moving up and just stopping me and then just continue to eat through me with all those Gatormen. The other thing he can do is save his feet for a while and then, knock down Butcher and then just pound on him with whatever he has, maybe a Wrastler. Next image, here's his layout, just 2 units of Gatormen either side, Wrastler, 2 spitters, and Maylock himself. Doesn't actually have any bull snappers, so I won't have to deal with spiny growth, which could be a pain, but just generally the Doom Reavers have such huge damage output that they should be able to destroy the Gatormen Posse pretty nicely. He's also coming on the flank with some, what are those little dudes called? Bog trog ambushes. Next image, Gatormen do in fact have the first turn, and he's putting down these little swamp pits because my guys don't have Pathfinder and I won't be able to charge through them. That's quite a good idea. This Retribution Jack is actually counting as an objective Guidon here, so he'll move Barney up and then move the objective out closer to his control zone, which is represented by that little blue token on the left-hand side of the picture. Next image, my first turn, and with 16-inch deployment from the AD, it was very easy for me to just run screaming all the way up the field. I've kept my force fairly, far to the close, to the centre of because I know he's got some bog trogs coming to the flank. Last time he totally really messed me up with his bog trogs, but I'm not going to let that happen a second time. I like to learn from mistakes. Butcher's decided to go on the left-hand side of the crates because that way he can actually move the Guidon back, and if he's not needed in the front lines, and it turns out that he may not be for a couple of turns, I might be able to go and score a point with the objective. So feeling really confident about this one. Next image, the bog trogs do indeed show up on the right-hand side flank. At best, they'll be able to charge forward and kill 2 or 3 Doom Reavers, but then I'll be able to charge them back and berserk them. And I can even actually put Butcher safely over to the right-hand side and get some feat tokens if I really wanted, but it will depend how the rest of the play goes. Next image, he has popped his feet at this stage, and Barney moves up and then realises that the Doom Reavers can't be targeted by his spells, so that sort of thwarts his original plan there. But he's still popped his feet, hasn't bothered with Iron Flesh, he's just going to send everybody forward, and quite surprised about that actually. I was expecting to put either Iron Flesh in either one of these Gatormen units, because that would have been one of the better ways of actually stopping me from killing them easily. So next photo, 1 Gatormen Posse's moved up. Because my guys are knocked down, they can't free strike. He moves all of them up here. Failed most of my tough rolls. In fact, very, very unlucky with tough rolls. But since he gets to attack them all twice anyway, quite easy for him to clear up that whole region. Next image on the left-hand side, doing the same thing. Not all these particular Doom Reavers are knocked down though, so he does do a good job clearing them up. Again, terrible, terrible tough rolls, but I don't really need them too much at this stage. He's going to kill my first wave. It's the second wave and the feat turn, which is going to be much more important. So next photo, this is start of my turn. Butcher and a couple of Doom Reavers have got corrosion on them thanks to the spitter, and the objective has taken some damage, but crucially it's not been destroyed. So what I can do is actually activate the Guidon first and move him around to the back. Butcher's picked up, I think, about 4 focus this turn from their random roll, so I think I should be able to do some damage. Next photo, Barnabus has actually moved his Guidon around, so forgot to talk about that. Here's the photo of that happening. As the game progresses, he's going to be slowly moving the Guidon over and putting it in his drop goal there. So that's the plan for him at the back, and keeping his beast in reserve, just spitting at me. Next image, I took a careful look at the battlefield and weighed up my options, and I decided that the ballsy play is really, you know, a no-brainer with eButcher. If you just play it conservatively, as I'm most want to with my style, you just don't get what you're meant to out of him. So you're meant to take risks with him. Decided to charge in, and he's one-hitting these Gatormen. He charged in and wiped out the first two, used his inch move to go to the one on the top right, you see there, killed him as well, moved an inch to the left, killed him with his last point of focus, and then moved back an inch. So this is with the feet. He's already picked up 4 rage tokens, but he's within range of the big war beast. So what I'll have to do is play my turn very aggressively by getting all of my guys in between Butcher and the beasts for the second retaliation turn. But it shouldn't be hard because I'm going to be raking up a lot of rage tokens this turn. Next image, red unit of Doom Reavers. These are the guys without the UA, moving in and putting some damage in on the Ironback Spitters. So that's picked up a couple of points for me already. eButcher is actually still camping 2 focus, so with armor 20 he should still be alright. Next photo, charging in with the Jack here, charges free. Butcher's killed a model already, so he actually got you know, a +2 speed, +2 mat, all that sort of stuff. He's charged in on one of these Gatormen and killed it as well, and I'll actually be able to give a rage token to him to move him forward and engage these spitters later on, preventing them from attacking eButcher directly. Next photo, the bog trogs over here getting massacred by the Doom Reavers. Unfortunately too far out of range of Butcher to get any rage tokens, but at least I've managed to cope with his little diversionary force here. Unfortunately I don't have too many troops left on the middle and this other flank to deal with the Gatormen, but I do have Fenris and a Jack. So next photo, Fenris doesn't move in, taking care of these Gatormen, especially since he doesn't have Iron Flesh or Spiny Growth. Fenris actually doing quite well here to kill them, and of course the lone Doom Reaver actually chopping some more of them down. Next image, charge in with one of my other Jacks here, with that +2 movement, so awesome. So just runs all the way up to, well not so much runs, but charges all the way up here with his little ice axe. And that puts me in the optimal situation, if you go to the next photo, to put rage tokens on Fenris and the 2 Jacks and actually move forward to engage his beasts. So actually doing quite a lot of damage on these beasts, Fenris moving up and engaging them as well. So at this point there's no way that he can actually assassinate eButcher, and it really puts me well in the lead. Next photo, Barney retaliates. The Wrastler puts a whole bunch of damage on the Jack, so does the Ironback Spitter, and Barnabus hacking away at Fenris. But going to the next photo, Fenris is dehorsed and passes his tough roll, finally actually passing a tough roll, leaving him standing right in front of Barnabus, who camps as many Fury as he can. And puts Iron Flesh on himself, mind you. So next image, Butcher, of course, picking up 7 focus due to his 4 kills last turn. Only needed 3, but he got the 4th. And at this point, it's going to become an attrition battle for me to wear him down and win the game with the most control points I can, because if you go to a tiebreaker later in the tournament, 3 points really helps. So killing both of his Ironback Spitters, the Juggernaut's moving into combat with the Wrastler, not quite finishing him off, but the Doom Reavers moving in and engaging Barnabus. Fenris has now been destroyed. Next image, again, he's actually destroyed the Jacks now with Barnabus laying into them, but the Doom Reaver's wiping out the Wrastler, and this photo is taken just as he's removing the Wrastler from the board. You can see him picking him up, and Barnabus is still surrounded by Doom Reavers. I've gone in and taken out the objective at this stage, so that's me on 2 points already, and I can even just move Butcher right back and control the zone for that 3rd point, or I can send Butcher in to kill Barnabus, but I didn't really want to roll 1 for focus and then have Barnabus get extremely lucky and kill me. Going to the next image, eButcher doing something totally unexpected and uncharacteristic, which is to run away. But that's just me. I play in a very sort of cold, calculated attrition sort of style. I mean, that's why Menoth and Circle often work better for me, but eButcher is not really my type. So running back, Barnabus is just choked with a whole bunch of Doom Reavers at this stage. So it's just going to be coming down to a scenario when Going to the next photo, just still hacking away at him. He's got Iron Flesh, but if I can actually hit him, then that's the game sealed. So in fact, if you go to the next photo after that, there he is. I've got 4 Doom Reavers charging him in his backup just because he wanted to turn around and kill a Jack and get some victory points. But there's Barnabus dead, and a win for eButcher, so really awesome. And I finally managed to get eButcher on the field, hoping to play the rest of the games with him as well. And man, when he gets the right matchup, he just totally carves them up and there's no stopping him. Hope you guys like that. On to the next game soon.